We're in California, one of our last nights, and the sunset was amazing. We're in this neighborhood called Three Arch Bay. It's like a super beautiful private neighborhood on this really sweet beach. And the sunset was happening and it was just so epic. The scene, the moment, like I can just like reimagine it right now. And something happened. Okay, so we come back from California and I'm starting to think to myself, like, I think I might actually love this girl, which is crazy to think about.
I think I already knew. Because
we hadn't been with each other that long, but I was just like thinking, I think I love her. And like, so then like a month, 2 months start to go by and I'm like starting to think like these feelings are real, that I like really do love Brit. And she, like, I guess loved me back.
Should we tell them about how we told each other?
Oh yeah.
So we were in right above Provo at Connor's friend's cabin, and we had just spent like the night there like playing games. I was terrified. We were playing scary games, and it was like
there's like all these animal heads hung up in the cabin.
Anyways, it was really fun, and we were just like cuddling, watching a movie, and I remember Connor whispering to me, like, Brit, do you love me?
I said, Brit, are you falling in love with me?
Are you falling in love with me? Again, can't just say like, didn't want to be rejected or something. Couldn't say like, Brit, I think I'm falling in love with you. Couldn't be the first one.
Oh my gosh, you're making me as red as my shirt.
He did propose to me, otherwise I probably would have had to propose to him.
Oh.
Anyways, I was like, yeah, like I just remember my heart was like so warm, and I was like, yeah, I think I am. And
what did you
say? You were like, I think I am too.
I think I'm falling in love with you too. And then it was like
sparks.
Fireworks. Oh. I was like, I'm in love. So then we're like, oh my gosh, what's the next step? Like, we love each other, and we're like thinking, all right, well then, like, do we get married?
Yeah, so we had been talking to our families about each other. Obviously, like, we were really into each other.
Yeah,
I had already met Connor's family. They had come down to like a game, so I'd met them and we'd gone to St. George.
I literally been trying to tell my family was coming to Provo to like go to a sports game, and I was telling them that I was gonna bring Brit to meet them, and they're like, actually, I was telling them that I was gonna, way before, I was telling them that I was going to go on a date with this really cute girl named Britnee, and they were like, oh, what? And so I sent a picture of her in my family group message, and on like that date night, somehow we were going through my family group message, and Brit sees the text.
I saw the message. It was like, I'm going out with this dime tonight or something, and I was like, oh, so you like me. And this was one of the very first dates before I like knew really like that he liked me that much. She's like, oh yeah, that was nothing.
I don't know,
that was just like an inside joke.
Just I was like fast, like scrolling past it as fast as I could.
So funny.
But anyways, we like talked to our families, and we're like telling them like, I think we really want to get married. Like, we really like each other. And they're like, are you guys okay? Like, it's only been 5 months.
When had it hadn't even been 5 months. It'd been like 3 or 4.
You guys have only known each other.
When did you meet my family?
I met your family after that California trip at some point.
So one of those weekends we like went to Logan, and so we had both met each other's families, and we were kind of talking to them, and they were both like, are you sure?
Brit was
like, really
19.
Fast. Yeah, I was 19, and this was like the first boy I'd ever brought home, and they were like, whoa, this is like really quick.
Yeah.
Are you sure? But they loved Connor, obviously. Who couldn't love Connor?
You're so nice. So then we decided we were gonna get married. We said we were gonna get married in September.
This was probably like mid-April. So it'd been 4 months.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy talking about.
But I know, but like we spent every day together, every hour of every day, and like it just felt so right. Honestly, I don't even need to like, what's the word? Justify it, because it just felt so right, and I knew it was, and it was very different from any guy I'd ever dated. So straight up, we then start to go ring shopping, because that's the next thing you do. And we go ring shopping, and I'm thinking this process is going to take forever. And we go to this custom ring design place right across from campus. Your own ring.
Brit sees this one ring.
I walk in and see a ring before he even.
Oh, not even wearing it.
It's because my fingers are too puffy from pregnancy.
Anyways,
but I go in, sit down. Should I go put it on?
No, it's okay.
And I see this ring that someone else had designed for themselves, and I was like, that's exactly what I want. It was beautiful.
Get it. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. You can get it off your finger.
I know. My fingers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was basically love at first sight for her ring, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So it is like rose gold, and it has this like arch in the back. How do you show
it?
Show it?
Okay,
there we go. It has this like arch on the bottom, so it like sticks it up even higher, and then it has all these like diamonds on the side. Anyways, he was like, that one? And I was like,
that's all it took?
That's what I want.
I mean, it was basically like $1 million ring, so I had to take out a big loan. I'm just kidding. Okay, that's the one. And so then we told him to make it.
It wasn't that expensive at all.
Yeah, it was. It was like $500 million.
Oh my gosh.
Get the ring built.
Yeah, so the ring's built, and then
I'm totally fibbing the Brit when it's gonna be done.
Connor's
because
like,
what guy doesn't?
A little backstory. My brother was on his mission, my older brother, and he was gonna come home like mid-May.
Yeah. And
he hadn't met Connor yet, obviously, and my parents really wanted Connor to wait to propose till my brother was home. And so we, like, I knew that we had to wait until after that, but after that happened, I was like, when is this gonna happen? And we had planned another trip to go back to California. Obviously we loved going to California.
Lucky.
Over my birthday weekend.
Ocean.
So
yeah,
that was like the last weekend in May. Like,
and we were gonna go with my cousin. We go on our trip to California. I remember right before we left on the trip, I had a econ exam, and I'm sitting in the
Connor
testing
knew
center.
He was gonna propose to me on this trip, but I had no idea.
I had the ring in my backpack, and I'm looking down at my backpack, looking at my test, and just like thinking in my head, like, does this even matter right now? And I just am like going DC, like, do I? And like, I already struggled in econ as it was, and so I remember just like, okay, I totally bombed the test, and we get in the car, we're going, and Britt's like, fully expecting the proposal. She's like asking me, like,
I'm asking him,
okay, is the ring ready? Like, do I?
I'm like, this would be like the perfect timing. Like, we're going to California. Why would you not propose here? Like, where else are you gonna propose?
And what a good husband or soon-to-be fiance does is they have to lie about when they're supposed to propose.
He literally was so bold. This is what he said. You can look in my bags. You can look everywhere, but I don't have the ring. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, well.
Ring was in the glove box.
That is so scary.
I was like, check my bags. You can literally check it because I don't have the ring.
Were you sweating at that minute?
I just didn't think you'd actually do it because that's like kind of a weird thing to do. Like, fine, I'm gonna search for my ring.
So we go to California, super fun. Do you want to tell them about the proposal?
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about the proposal. In my mind, it's just gotta be, the proposal has to happen at 3 Arch Bay. Like, there's nowhere else that it can happen.
Because
that's where we said we loved, or that's where we like became boyfriend and girlfriend. So you have to get called into the neighborhood. Found a friend who could call me into the neighborhood. We go on a date. I give the ring to my cousin so he can have it in his pocket because I didn't want Britt to even think that I had it. My cousin and his girlfriend are like all in on this. And we go to dinner, and then we tell them that we're going to take them to this really pretty spot to overlook the sun, to like sit up high so we can watch the sunset.
Me and Ella.
Yeah, I told you and Ella that that's what we were gonna do. So Ella was like, okay, yay, and we, Pierce, my cousin, we told the girls that they had to be blindfolded. So we blindfolded them, and because Britt knew that Ella was blindfolded,
yeah,
she didn't think anything of it.
I thought it was just like a
we drive all the way there. Britt's like, okay, granted, they're being blindfolded with like sweatshirts, like not great. Anyways, we get there, we get into the neighborhood, and Ella and Pierce sprint down with like flowers to go set up this location of where I'm gonna propose. And I'm taking Britt on my shoulders, and she's blindfolded. And
down these stairs, there's probably 1,000
there's
stairs.
Like 170 stairs.
And all these people are probably
staring
Britt's like,
at Connor. Where are you taking me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm kidnapping her. I'm like, oh my gosh, just relax. So then we get down there, I take off her blindfold, and I get down on a knee, and as soon as I took off the blindfold,
there were all these like flower petals, the sunset.
She knew exactly where we
there
were.
On me, and I was like, it was like so many emotions all in one. Like, wait, we're back at 3 Arch Bay. Wait, you're on a knee. Wait, you told me you didn't have the ring. Wait, oh my gosh, like this is actually happening. It was just so much all at once.
It was crazy. So then I proposed, asked her if she would marry me.
It was the sweetest proposal. I was sobbing. We can add some pictures. I was just like so shocked and so excited, obviously. And I think this was like just a few days before I turned 20.
It was the day before your birthday.
Yeah.
So then
that weekend was such a high. I remember like that moment like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
like,
it was exciting.
Just feeling so excited about the future and so excited about life because I knew it was gonna be great.
So now we're engaged. We both are fiancés. And
engaged after 5.
I had committed to go do summer sales, which is I go knock doors and sell pest control to people. and I had chosen to go to Kansas City, Missouri, and we were going to be separated for the summer. And we don't want to talk too much about this summer because it was a dark summer. Britt had to come out and visit twice because she missed me a lot.
Oh, you didn't miss me?
I missed Britt, but I had to work because I had to pay off the ring, and
I'm like a quality time person, as you can tell if you've watched our last video about our personality test. I like quality time, but you do too.
And physical touch.
So it was really hard for us to be separated, and all my friends had moved for the summer and I was just working. I wasn't in school, so it was very long days, really lonely. I had nothing to do. Yeah, I was just like trying to stay busy.
It was so hard. I was grinding.
Going to the gym
it was
twice
like
a day.
a million degrees outside. I'm walking the streets getting rejected, trying to.
And Connor couldn't talk that much because he had like to work and all these meetings, and I wanted to talk all the time. So it was like really hard on our relationship. But honestly, I'm really glad looking back we were able to go through that because it made like us a lot stronger, and like we knew we could make it through something hard.
Yeah. Britt, I remember when like she came out and visited, she's like, oh my gosh, I forgot what you looked like.
No, I literally forgot what he looked like, what his voice sounded like. She still FaceTimes me
every day and talks to me on the phone.
But it's different.
But it's just different.
So yeah, I visited him a few times, but he came back. Tell him about how you surprised me when you came home.
Oh my gosh, this was freaking funny. So I
was staying at my cousin's house.
I drove home from Kansas City, long drive, and I was gonna stay the night, but I was like, nah, dude, I'm just gonna go and surprise Britt. And so I'm driving through the night, and I am talking to Britt on the phone basically the whole time, and I'm just telling her, yeah, I'm gonna stay the night here. And then I was like, Britt, oh, you gotta get outside and see the stars. So I finally arrive at this house, and it's like 3 in the morning or whatever. And I'm like, Britt, you gotta see the stars outside. They're so pretty. Go see the moon. And she was like, no, I just can't. I was like, why not? She's like,
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I was like, come on. You're
the
like,
door
okay.
alarm is
You're
on.
like, oh, they set their security alarm. It's on. I can't go outside. It'll go off. I was like, Britt. I kept trying, and she wasn't. I was like, Britt, I'm outside.
I was like,
what? Okay. Come sprinting outside, and she's like, oh my gosh.
Connor was full of surprises.
Yeah, what happened? I don't do surprises anymore.
No surprises.
Anyways, so then, yeah, we're back together, super excited to start the semester and to get married in September.
Yeah, our marriage date was September 23rd. September 23rd, 2016 was one of the best days of our lives. Ooh. We got married, and we got married in the Salt Lake Temple, which is like a building that our church has that we like
sacred.
Yeah, that we got to get married in. It was a dream come true of mine. I'd always wanted to get married there. Felt like a queen. And it was just the best day ever. We had so much fun celebrating with our friends and family. It was hailing.
It rained all day.
But we were just so happy to be married. Nothing could make it, could change that for us. And we ended up going on our honeymoon like a week later to the Dominican Republic. That also was a crazy story. Long story short, it was like a hurricane was coming.
Yeah, we got stuck in a hurricane.
We got stuck there, and I was super sick in the airport on the way home. We got stuck, and then we ended up in New York.
We had to fly to New York.
We had to stay the night there, which was honestly fine. And then we ended up making it home, but our parents were freaking out like, geez, you're not gonna make it back, you know?
Yes, that was scary. And then
we kept going to school.
We were gonna go to school that semester, but we were like thinking about it, and we wanted to save money, so we didn't go to school.
Yes, I remember
and we both started to work at jobs like full time so that we could start in January with like some money saved up. And then we started that first semester in the next January, so a year after we had met, and we had been considering going to finishing school in Hawaii, at BYU Hawaii.
We applied, we got in, it was super exciting, and we transferred not knowing anyone again. We ended up here in Hawaii, and it was the best thing that we could have done.
Yeah, it was by far it was a very like scary decision. Yeah. I did not think it was the right decision for like ever. I thought it was the worst decision ever. But Britt, I guess moral of the story is just listen to your wife. And it turned out to be the biggest blessing in our life. We graduated, and
yeah, we'll give you a quick timeline of everything else, all the big events. So we graduated, that summer we did summer sales again. Connor and I went together to Louisiana.
Britt did not like that.
It was terrible. No offense to Louisiana, it would have been fun.
It wasn't terrible, it was just hot, and Britt was lonely again.
It was very, very long. Then we came back to school. We graduated in April 2019. I was 8 months, well, we found out we were pregnant September 2018.
Yes.
Our anniversary we found out we were pregnant with Crew, our 2nd year anniversary. And the next April, we graduated from college together, which was really actually so cool that the timing lined up.
Yes.
I was 9 months pregnant, so April 2019. We ended up having Crew May 31st, day after my birthday, went into labor on my birthday, and
now we're still here in Hawaii. What is it, the year is this? 2021. We found out at the end of 2020 that we were having a baby. Another baby. We've lived here
about 4 years.
Another
We've been
baby
married
boy.
Almost 5.
Yes.
And
that's us.
That's our story. So hope you guys loved it. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about us.
Yes.
Thanks for letting us relive all those moments. That was actually so fun. We love you guys. Thanks for being here. If you've been here through our whole story, you're amazing. If you've just been here through a part of it, thanks for being here. We have a lot more to go, and we hope you guys will stick with us. Love you guys.